Paul Imla, Alhaina Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malakia, by Hashem, Harawak, Wakakwadash, Barakathum, the water Baba Bal, Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine and city Shalom. Today we're going to get into a video and it's starting a trend on the internet now. Donald Trump, he's being called out for committing murder, which it was. By definition, yes, it was. The taking of innocent life, that qualifies as murder. It was not a righteous kill. So this is why I'm saying that this little publicity stunt, I mean, we all see what he was doing and why he was doing it. This has nothing to do with drugs. This was a message to all the nations that America, I ain't gonna say we, that America is stupid enough to start wars. It's like, and if you they're trying to intimidate other nations by doing this. And at the same time, they're saying that they're stupid enough to start wars. So what that says to the other nations is that we need to get away, we need to back away from you because you're reckless, impulsive, and dangerous. The message didn't get through as they thought it was going to go through. And them posting the video where they actually blew up this boat, they posted it on the government website. And a lot of people, see, they expected to get applause and yay, they saving America and all this shit, but no, people calling it out on that government website, it was murder. Because Trump, y'all already know how much this man lies on just anybody. He don't care who it is. He'll lie on everybody. So he lied on these people, called them drug dealers, gang members, and terrorists. He had no proof of neither. Called them drug dealers. Now, you mean to tell me that small boat was going to have enough drugs on it to be a national threat to the United States? It's probably more drugs in the White House than it was on that boat. You see the bullshit? They trying to sell this as defending the nation. No, you ain't defending shit. You starting wars based on lies. Because you know your dollar is crashing. Your economy is dead. So Esau, being the bitch he is, he gonna try to go out he gonna go out in a fight, a punk ass fight that he's going to lose. Let's go ahead and get the video. The name of this video is Did Donald Trump Murder 11 Innocent Venezuelans and Claim They're Drug Traffickers? And the answer is yes. But let's go ahead and blow this up. Oh, before I do that, though, I want to get the copyright. Because you know how Esau is. This dude love to just look for a reason to make you guilty of something. That's all these people do. They look for reasons. This is not exercising justice at all. This is looking for a reason to false accuse people, which is not justice. Let's see if I can find it in this phone. Hold on. Yep, no proof of anything. You just lie on people, and that should be, and we should trust that. No, there was no due process. There was nothing, just lies. They murdered these people based on Trump lying, and we told y'all that Trump and Jesus is going to get a lot of you people killed. Okay, here we go. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let's go.
Donald Trump just murdered 11 Venezuelan nationals. Now, they might have been terrible people. They might have been gang members. They might have been drug runners. We don't know. I mean,
see, and he pushing the same lie. They could have been drug dealers. They could have. You don't have any proof of any of those. So why would you even say that? That's Esau, though. He loved to false accuse. He loved to false accuse in hopes to make him look like he's so innocent. No, you just a liar, dude. If you ain't got no proof of any of these titles that you placing on people, why you still placing these titles on people? That's Esau, that forked tongue. That's his very subtle way of still lying on people. They could have been, we don't know. Well, why are you saying it if you don't know? Trump could be a pedophile. We don't know, right? Now you see how that works? Uh-huh.
I'm not sure that he knows. But whatever they were not combatants. This was not an army. We are not at war with Venezuela. So this was patently illegal by American law and by international law. Now, Trump almost certainly will not be held to account for this. The Supreme Court has given him immunity for any crime he commits while he's in office, which is insane. But, you know, the 6 Republicans on the court did this.
Did y'all just hear what he said? He said the Supreme Court gave this man immunity for any crime that he commits. So that means that the Supreme Court is also responsible for the death of these people? Yes. And he's wrong. He's saying that they will not be held accountable. Oh, yes, they will. Everybody gonna be held accountable for the things that they do, especially those from the nation of Edom. They will be held responsible. Just not by these people, y'all, not by these Edomites in black robes y'all call judges, because they are not the true judges. They will be judged by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
But and Trump will probably grant a pardon to Hegseth and Rubio for this.
So how is granting this man immunity for any crimes that he commit, how is that just? See, Psalm 73 verse 5, they're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So he's admitting that Trump commits crimes. He's also admitting that the Supreme Court gave him the green light to do so, in so many words. But yet y'all still expect this man to be righteous. Y'all crazy as hell.
But what about the soldiers involved in this murder? Will they get pardons? Are they going to be charged with international crimes? This is something a senior.
The answer is no. Just like the Israelis will not be charged for their murderous crimes.
Official in the Trump administration said this to Axios, said, quote, "The National Security Council has taken out nearly 300 jihadists. We are conducting strikes against terrorists weekly that no one even knows about."
See, no due process. Just murder. So what's worse? Even if this man is telling the truth about these other so-called terrorists, because the earth has never seen a terrorist like the United States military. They will always be the world's biggest terrorist organization, the United States military. So who's more just? The people over there in their country minding their own business? If they are breaking the law, let their law officials handle it. Why you got to go all the way over there, United States, and deal with some shit that doesn't concern you? Meanwhile, ignoring all the chaos in your own house. Or you're not ignoring it, you're causing it. But you're going to You want to deliver some justice to another nation. They didn't call you. They didn't ask for your help. But you insist on butting your nose in other people's business. That's another thing that the whole world is tired of. So who's more just? These people over there minding their own business, or the United States just getting suited and booted and just going to bomb people for no fucking reason, without due process, without any criminal proof whatsoever? Yes, the United States military is the world's largest terrorist organization.
So what? The United States is assassinating people around the world and we don't know about it?
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Ford in 1976 issued an executive order forbidding political assassinations. But Trump, I don't know.
A point to make is if, you know, this is my thought on it. I'm not a drug smuggler. I know nothing about it. But if I were to do it, why would I have 11 people in a boat with me? Why would I bring 11 people in a small boat?
That's a good question, too. I mean, you know, it looked like it was on the way to one of the Caribbean islands. And if that's the case, it might have been a tour boat. It might.
See, all this speculation. Nobody knows anything. The only facts that we know is the United States military blew up a boat with 11 people and murdered them, and they were not military. So anytime you use military force against civilians, that is a war crime. Unauthorized, unprecedented, unjust murder. And you see that Esau don't give a fuck about law, because he just admitted that they've been carrying out murders all week. Yeah, Esau, you got a heavy price to pay, Holmes.
Might have been a whale watching boat. It might have been, you know, supplies.
You don't know, so why even try to guess? Stick to the facts, Esau. See, this is how Esau blurs the lines between truth and lie. He speculates. He just throw facts out there. He just throw blind facts out there to cause confusion. All we need is facts. The only facts that we know is that the United States military murdered 11 people without cause, based on lies. That's what all we know. So all this speculation, it could have been this, could have been that. You don't know, so why even say it? This is how Esau spreads lies and confusion very subtly.
Going to those islands, it might have been, I mean, who knows? Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I think they just murdered 11 people. And the other point that I got is, and I'm not sure, but I think out of the Nuremberg trials came some kind of international law that I don't think that you're held accountable if you start murdering people, if you're in the military or
right. No, you will be held accountable. You are not immune. Yes, absolutely. And the Nuremberg trials really established that as an international principle, although it goes back to the era of the Magna Carta. I mean, you know, it's like the rules of war are old. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and this guy's just stomping all over everything. Yeah. I don't. No, I believe
rules of war. That's some bullshit Esau created so he can maintain an advantage of being sneaky. Reality is there are no rules in war. The only rule is to survive. That's it. Because guess what? All them soldiers on the front line, all that political shit goes out the window, and you're going to find yourself fighting for your life. So the only rule of war is to survive. That's it.
They just murdered 11 innocent people. That's my belief.
Well, they definitely murdered 11 people, and they were arguably innocent of waging war against the United States, which is the only reason.
See how you keep lying? You don't know what these people's intentions were. This is why Esau finna get his ass whooped by the Lord. This man cannot stop lying even if he wanted to. Could have been. Why are you doing that? Could have been, because he's trying to spread lies very subtly with that forked tongue.
And for which, legally you can go out and kill somebody.
Totally appalled by blowing a boat out of the ocean, no matter where it is. I've been trying to follow around the world whatever other coverage is, because I know what our coverage is going to be. Well, I have seen it, and I'm really upset to see that most of the discussions are about our potential for armed conflict with the state of Venezuela. Not that we just blew unadjudicated anybody's out of a boat somewhere in the Caribbean,
Right.
And I've tried specifically to look at Latin American newspapers. The only reference as of last night that I could find was El Presencio out of Mexico City, who was quoting President Petro out of Colombia, who just calls it outright murder. And I think,
interesting. You speak Spanish, Susan?
Well, I do, and then I hit the translate button to be sure I kind of got the gist right. Yeah. But that's really the only outright condemnation that I'm seeing. I've tried looking up from Spain all the way, west to our hemisphere, and I'm really not seeing it. And then looking at, our European allies' papers, it's basically the same discussion. A state-to-state possible conflict, not that we just bombed a boat. A boat.
Yeah.
And here, to try and have a discussion about it, it's like, well, they asked for it.
Right.
Seriously, if you're starting to equate a suspected drug dealer, and I'm saying suspected, alleged, with terrorism, now that they've describing, or Mr. Miller's describing the Democrats as terrorists, I'm just anticipating a drone strike on, my home. Really? I'm a Democrat.
Yeah,
They know
well,
where I live.
you could see a drone strike on the DNC headquarters or something. I mean, it's
For sure. Yeah.
At least this is how Stephen Miller is talking. And the last time he had this conversation, according to Miles Taylor, it led right straight to this particular drone strike. So yeah, or maybe it's a missile strike. I'm not sure. Susan, thank you. Thank you for the call. Spot on.
The devil don't stop being the devil, do it. Even this devil reporting on it was still lying. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron wrestle, so is his wickedness. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, of not aware, and who is he? Let's keep going. We going right into this thing, because what's happening is there are spirits of vengeance being created against Esau. I'm talking about on a global scale. Spirits of vengeance being created. We're going to bring that scripture out later on. But let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Self-explanatory. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 4. A wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. You know how they say in the White House, any lie will do. Go to Isaiah chapter 59. You already know. Verse 6, their web shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. Recklessness, impulsiveness. That's the United States. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings that have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. That's why everybody backing away from the United States, because they see who the problem is. Yeah, this one. Hold on, let's go to, I don't see it. Oh, let's do this. Habakkuk, there it is, chapter 1, verse 4. Therefore the law is slack and judgment never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Because these people are not created to be judges. They were created to be the wicked. Let their history speak. But they're going to lie about their history all day. But they can't get rid of it. They trying to, but it ain't going nowhere. It's sticking to their ass now. Now Edomites being called out for their wickedness worldwide. And their murder. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Since y'all don't mind murder, you won't mind being murdered yourself, because that's what's coming. Y'all about to shed, for every drop of Israelite blood y'all shed, y'all got to shed 2 drops. About 3-4 oceans. Let's go to Amos. Chapter 13. Or was it 3? Oh. Oh. Oh, it is Amos 3. Amos 3 chapter 3, verse 10. For they know not to do right, saith the Lord Yahweh, who storeth up violence and robbery in their palaces. There you go. That's all they do, covet. Matter of fact, an American general came out and admitted that they be hitting people for their resources. As if these other countries didn't notice their resources being stolen right up under their noses. Thanks for being honest, though. Let's get this one. This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, O thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? And the answer is no. Esau ain't gonna stop. This is what he was created to do. That's why the Lord coming back to stop him. All subtlety. I pointed out all them little subtle lies he was just slipping in there. That was for you, homie. Just slipping little subtle lies. It could have been. Who knows? Where's your proof if that's what you're gonna say on a video? Where's your proof? Because the same way Trump lied on these gang members, so-called, eating dogs and cats, so-called, taking over apartment complexes, so-called, it didn't happen. So why are you repeating these lies? Because you a devil too. Show me proof of them doing gang shit if you're gonna call them gang members. Show me proof that they dealing drugs if you're gonna call them a drug dealer. Show me proof that they're terrorizing anything before you call them a terrorist. Because the only people we see terrorizing anybody is the United States military and this administration and ICE and school shooters and mass shooters and pedos. Those are the only terrorists we see. Let's go to Zechariah, chapter 11. Got the nerve to brag and boast like this is a good thing. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty? Is that not what they're doing? Yeah. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Esau thinks just because he's not getting punished for murder that the Lord is in agreement with him. No, the Lord letting you earn your judgment. That's why it says, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. The Lord ain't with you, E. Go to the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There's not a more wicked thing than the covetous man. And this ain't got shit to do with no drugs. They want Venezuela's oil. This is what they are coveting after. There is not a more wicked thing than the covetous man, for as such as one set of his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. Talking about we want regime change. It ain't your business who running their country. Just because you don't like them. No, it ain't even that. Just because they won't do America's wicked will. So America has the caucasity to say that Venezuela needs another president. No, they don't. That man looking out for his people. Can't say the same about this administration, though. Because he won't do the bidding of America. America wants a new puppet in there. Remember, during season 1, Trump's first administration, he tried to put a coup in Venezuela twice for the oil. So ain't got shit to do with no drugs. Get another one. Go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and kingdom, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. They're terrorists. They're drug dealers. They're gang members. Just lying. There's a judgment for that too. Said Esau can't stop lying if he wanted to. It's in his blood. This man has been programmed from birth, from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, to be a liar. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 12. Listen to this. This is Trump right here. A naughty person, a wicked man walking with a froward mouth. Froward means you're difficult to get along with, and you keep shit going. He winketh with his eyes, he speak with his feet, he teaches with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart, he deviseth mischief, continually he soweth discord. Therefore shall all his calamity come suddenly. Shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things that the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. Listen, the proud look, the lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Donald Trump is a walking abomination. Did you see it right here? These 6 things that the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination. 7 means you are complete abomination. 7 means completion. A heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies. Trump. And he that soweth discord among brethren. Always keeping shit going. Just starting shit. A 79-year-old orange-ass toddler. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Ain't about doing that but Esau and Amalek. Now, let's go to Book of Sirach chapter 39. Yeah, all we see in this country protecting pedophiles and rounding up the righteous. That's all we see. Oh, this. All right, this is the Book of Sirach, chapter 39. And we're going to start at verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. So while Trump is committing all this mayhem and wreaking havoc throughout the planet and his country, and all his flunkies, they are creating spirits of vengeance that's going to come back and get them. His whole administration. Esau, Edomites in general have created spirits of vengeance. That's why if you ain't doing shit to nobody, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you are doing something wicked to somebody, like lying on them, false accusing, murdering, stealing from them, you are creating spirits of vengeance. And they ain't gonna forget it. And one day the Lord gonna put a spirit on them to come and see you. That's what the Lord is setting up right now. That's what he's creating spirits of vengeance to put on these other nations. And when the Lord gives these other nations that green light, they're gonna light this bitch up. Like I said, if you ain't did shit wrong, nobody ain't got nothing to worry about. You're not creating spirits of vengeance. These idiots create spirits of vengeance daily. Many spirits of vengeance. So, yeah, their judgment gonna be hell. All you lying ass pastors, all you lying ass politicians, y'all are creating spirits of vengeance. Because once these people find out how long you've been lying for money, yeah, they're gonna be stringing y'all asses up left and right too. And it's your own goddamn fault. Because you're lying for money. What the scripture say, the love of money is the root of all evil. So you willing to die for this paper? You a dumbass. Keep rolling. Book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Correct. Because we know what's about to happen to Esau. He the only one that don't want to accept what's about to happen to him. He knows, but he don't want to accept it. He think he could do something to offset prophecy, to get him out of his judgment. No, bro. You're earning your judgment as we speak. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 5. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. United States. I mean, just go above and beyond to commit iniquity. Beyond the call of duty. We call that doing too much. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. It's not in him. He think he the man. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? They think ain't nobody on to them. Come on, man. This sloppy ass shit y'all doing called governing. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Listen to this. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. That's very unwise, because the truth always comes out, which Esau is finding out right now because the whole world is ratting his ass out on his wickedness. So if you trust in lies, you are automatic dumbass by default. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. Hell is from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. This talk about what's going to happen to the elites. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones on the earth, elites. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Verse 11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and their noise of their vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? The Lord gonna bring his punk ass down. That's how. Lucifer falling from heaven represents Esau falling from his kingdom, his rulership. Heaven and hell are conditions. So if you are in your heaven, that's a condition. Esau is in his heaven right now because he's in rulership. We are in our hell right now because we're under this idiot. The Lord is about to reverse the roles. Esau is going to be in his hell when he goes into captivity. We're going to be in our heaven, which is going to be on earth because we're going to be in rulership. Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. Wait, let's go to that whole chapter. We start at 19. Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Salah, because they have no changes. Therefore they fear not Yahweh. These people ain't changed. They still land thieves. They still murderers. They still liars. They still pedophiles. They still homos. Where you think bestiality came from? That's why it's in the Bible saying not to do it. Because it came from them. They haven't changed. Except for the worst. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. Exactly. He broke over 500 with the Indians alone. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. That's all this man want to do. A war on this, a war on that. When is the peace coming? When Esau goes into captivity. Get this one. Book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and in the clouds are the dust of his feet. Y'all ain't getting away with shit. If that's what you're thinking, let's go to 1 Peter. He's going to tell you again. Second Peter, Salaki. Chapter 2, verse 9, the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Y'all ain't got away with shit. You're earning your judgment. Go to Habakkuk. Chapter 2. Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is his death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. We want they oil. We want they diamonds. We want they lithium. It's always something. Like it said, they cannot be satisfied. That's why the Lord is going to put the spirit on these other nations to destroy this bitch. And then he coming back and put them in captivity. We want the cobalt. We want, it's always something. And all the whole while they destroying the earth. Verse 8, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, spoiled meaning to rob. Stealing resources, yeah. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all they that dwell therein. Woe to him that covetous and evil covetousness to his house. That's the United States. That he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. That's not going to happen. Esau will not be delivered from the power of evil, because the Lord creates good and evil. Verse 12, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establishes a city by iniquity. United States was established by iniquity and blood. So it's going to be destroyed. Woe mean destruction. It says that it's the first word of the verse. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 58, verse 2. Yeah, in heart ye work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. So that proves that they are murderers. Verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. That one tells you they're born liars. Psalms chapter 11, verse 5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Christians, since y'all saying he love everybody. Psalm 73. We'll get it again, verse 5. They're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. It ain't but one nation of people guilty of all this. The nation of Edom. Yeah, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. But everything ain't enough for Esau. That's what makes him unfit to rule. This man's greed is through the roof. It ain't even greed. It's covetousness. I want it because I don't want you to have it. Same thing with Bill Gates buying up all the land. I want it because I don't want you to have it. That's covetous. We read it in Sirach chapter 10, verse 9. There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. You see the correlation? Let's keep rolling. John chapter 10, verse 10, red letter, Lord Yahushua speaking. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they might have life and they might have it more abundantly. So yeah, they went down there to steal, but they end up murdering and destroying. So who's the only nation of people? And when I say nation of people, I don't mean landmass. I mean bloodlines. What only nation of people does this on the daily, like, and then downplay it like it ain't shit? Edomites. So when I say nation, I don't mean landmass. I mean bloodlines. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covered fields and take them by violence. The poppy fields in Afghanistan, remember that? Yep. They stole that shit to make opioids that backfired because it took out all the reproducing population of Esau. So when that opioid epidemic got through with the nation of Edom, they only had old people and babies. The people in between those two ages were dead. They supposed to be repopulating the population. They did. Opioids. I remember that shit because the police had to ride around and look for Edomites nodding off in their cars. And they had to break the glass to get them out because they was on the verge of overdosing. That's how bad the opioids hit the nation of Edom. Verse 2, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for the time is evil. Exactly. Y'all ain't getting out of this. Yeah, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. When you go to another man's land fucking with him, yeah, that's oppressing. You trying to tell this man how to run his house, but your shit in shambles. You see how that looks? Get your crazy ass back to America. Micah chapter 6, verse 12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore also will I make thee sick in smiting thee, and making thee desolate because of thy sins. Esau, them curses finna tear your ass up, man. You ain't built for the curses, homie. If y'all crying in cars now, y'all ain't built for the curses. Circle that one. Y'all in y'all own kingdom still, and society still up and running. Y'all ain't built for them curses. They're gonna tear y'all asses up. Book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 19. Egypt should be a desolation. America. Remember, America is Egypt, Babylon, Rome, Greece, and Sodom and Gomorrah rolled into one. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Go to Revelation chapter 6. Verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Esau. Remember, he never keep it at home. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Now let's go to what it is. I think it's Revelation chapter 12. Let's see. No, that ain't it. Hold on, y'all. It's it's 11:18. That's what it is. The book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. The time and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give rewards unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Who destroys the earth? Esau. Now let's close. Go to the book of Obadiah. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. But thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, you took advantage of the Israelites, so shall all the heathen drink, all other 17 nations. So shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Because never in the history has you have 17 nations go into captivity at the same time. That's about to happen. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Y'all about to get back everything you stole times 2. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. That's at the end of your 1,000 years captivity. Yeah, you got to pay back. Verse 21, and Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's, not Trump's, not Putin's, not Xi Jinping's, not Kim Jong-un, none of these people. They going into captivity if they survive the war. So keep earning your judgment, baby. You're doing a good job, Esau. Call Halayim La Lahaya Now Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wa Malaki Yabah Hashem Harawat Kakwadash Barakathum the Water Bible Bar Kwam Yasharala 414 Shalom.